think the song Suddenly, you kind of got to hear it as a sequel. So it's a fitting first song to come out with new 10th. Because one of my all-time favorite songs of 10th was a song called Losing, which is really about the difficulty of forgiveness. Because I always want to hold people to what's true, but I also want to honor the struggle that it takes to get there. And sometimes music can feel heavy-handed. So my fear with this song is that it's going to come across like, oh, you're just suddenly able to forgive. But it's not what it's about. You got to kind of think of it as a sequel to Losing. Like, yes, it's hard, but also this song was born out of a conversation with my dad when I was going, dude, Dad, you were abused by your father and suffered a ton, and yet you never abused me. How did you break that generational thing off? And my dad goes, oh, I know exactly when, which is, you never hear that sort of thing. Of course, my dad is a bit precocious, so I wasn't that surprised. I said, tell me the story, Dad. And you got to realize, like, the abuse in his house was so bad. I mean, he ran away in high school to the World's Fair on a moped. I was telling him, it's funny to picture my dad on a moped because he has a huge head. I'm surprised he didn't get blown off the moped. But he said he had joined the Air Force, he had met my mom, and really felt like he had just understood the gospel for the first time at this church in Nebraska. And the next week, the pastor came out and said, hey, Jesus said, if you want to be forgiven, you have to forgive. And so I kind of take that to mean God's love can't be a reservoir you keep to yourself, has to remain a river that flows through you. And my dad said, I realized I hadn't forgiven my dad. So I wrote him a letter. And I was like, oh, you wrote him a letter saying, I forgive you for everything you did. And my dad goes, no, I wrote my dad a letter asking him to forgive me for all the bitterness I held toward him.
Wow.
And I said, what did your dad say when you got the letter in the mail? And my dad goes, I don't even know if he got it, actually. I just know once I put the letter in the mailbox, suddenly I was free. And I went, that is a song.
That is a song.
Let's write it. So this song is called Suddenly. Honor to my dad.
Let's go.
Yeah. You gonna start it?
Sure.
I've been waking up a victim of my life too long. I've been waiting for the world to apologize for their wrongs. Now I'm looking in the mirror and I'm seeing it clearer. I'm the guilty one, somehow forgiven. Suddenly I'm here, suddenly I'm free. I was blind but now suddenly I see. I was a prisoner, a hostage to all my fear. Now I can run, now I can breathe, feeling the weight of you forgiving me. I lay down blame, I fall into grace, watch everything change suddenly. Suddenly, I can't resist this forgiveness. Sweet taste it leaves in my mouth. Unworthy of your mercy, your love is rain with no clouds. Clouds like a river coming down, coming down. Suddenly I'm here, suddenly I'm free. I was blind but now suddenly I see. I was a prison, hostage to all my fear. Now I can run, now I can breathe, feel the weight of you forgiving me. I lay down the blame, I fall into grace, watch everything change suddenly. Watch everything change. You set me free. Oh, you set me free. Oh, you set me sweet. Oh, how sweet. Well, then you're the way I said. Suddenly I'm here, suddenly I'm free. I was blind, but now suddenly I'm free.
Yeah.